It is the most wonderful time of the golfing year, at least for myself. We are back here for the Masters. TGC Tours Platinum Tour at Fruitland Farms. The year is 2024, but the tournament is still the same. Now let's get into it. It's going to be a tough one, but we love playing here. What's not to love? We are playing from the red tees here, second tees from the back for round one, or it could be mixed tees. I'm not 100% certain here. Haven't looked at the yardages. This may be mixed tees for each round. High winds out of the northeast, default fairways, soft greens that are very fast. So a very interesting combo. I believe the fairways here are firm. So let's get after it. Things are gonna, hopefully the soft and the very fast counteract each other a bit, but we're going to have to be very, very mindful of the greens here. They are, for those that know Augusta, they are slippery greens. They are dangerous greens. We're going to have to play a smart round of golf here. Now, if you are new or you're returning and you haven't yet and you've been enjoying the rounds, consider dropping a sub over on the YouTube, which is where, if you're not watching on Twitch, you are probably watching it. So I would greatly appreciate it. It goes a long, long way. But let's get this thing underway. Masters 2024, here we go. And that looks like it should steer clear of the bunker, and we should be in a good spot to start. Thank you for the luck, Maximo. Welcome back, cuz. Thank you for the luck as well. All right, one shot at a time. Gotta get good approaches in to start, and then we gotta work on our putts from there. Putting always tough for us, but if we can hit some nice approach shots, I think it's gonna go a long, long way for us in the grand scheme of things. So pitching wedge here. I think if we get this over somewhere in this ballpark, it's a pretty tight window. Maybe fast, but that's on a pretty good line. Little deep, but we do have full backspin on, so we're up on the shelf. Gonna be a little bit of a bender here. Tough. You kind of want that to be below the hole. This is going to be a lot of break. It's 186s, so on very fast greens here, going to be very, very slippery. Just have to play smart. So we're going to have a little bit of aggression in it, but I need to make sure that we stay up here. So if we're going through this, just trying to feel out exactly how much this ball is going to roll past the hole. Okay. But we miss high side. We miss high side, which is, I guess, a good thing. You know, gonna have to dial that back in a little bit, but more often than not, I'm the type of person to hit that a bit on the low side. So we carry that through. But now for a par 5. So if we can get this going. I went for the overpower, but I may have just put myself in that bunker. Alright, I did get aggressive. I thought maybe we could cut the corner and get it running down. This hole is always going to be hard to get. Yeah, we're 274 yards out even with that. So if we didn't get anything there, that's going to be a tough one to get onto the green. But I'm wondering here, that's a pretty high lip. I don't know. 90% is into the like 220s. I think there's a chance here. that if we play some sort of shot that slings a bit, if we can either get into that bunker or down to the right and give ourselves an approaching angle here, I think that's going to go a long way for us. Oh, I slowed it. It's going to still give us an angle. It's going to be a bit longer of a shot. Just went a little bit slow there. But honestly, if I recall correctly, this is kind of a spot that you would play from IRL, so right now this pitch would be a bit short and have a big kick, and in order to play it, you'd really be quite in some trouble. Pitching wedge pitch, soft greens, we've got to remember trying to just get these to check. Little long. Nothing too crazy here. Just want to make sure the brakes are on. Pitching wedge pitch. It's soft, but we need a little bit more off. Okay. It's a good stroke. Should kick right. We might leave ourselves just with like a straight downhiller here. Honestly, left it a little bit too far left. So dangerous, dangerous, dangerous putt. Definitely wanted to be a little bit more right of the hole here. I hate everything about this. It's so tough because it rolls so much past, but at the same time, big putt. Big putt. All right, let's get the birdie. Let's move on. I am 100% going to be stressing over every putt, especially those ones that we put into a bit of a predicament. Okay, so how do we... I think we're going to have to play this as a fade just because of the tree. Because that's 5 feet up, or 5 yards up. I don't want to land it into the bunker. Take the 3-wood that's maybe a little bit too... Gotta, like, commit to it. All right. Little fast. Gonna need a kick here. Ooh, that's lucky. Oh boy, okay. So now with the flop shot, we have to be able to check, like land this a little bit short, full spin to help counteract the downhill. Hit that fast. Could feel it. This, if it bites and doesn't roll down, we might be good. Fast keeps it on the left-hand side, which is the uphill putt. Okay. So we almost make the first putt. We're able to get to 2 under through 3. I know it's a long, long grind. It's a long round. It's a long week, but we just got to take what we can get when we can get it. All right, so about 11 miles an hour of wind here, downhill 8. So we're going to net negative 206, 214. If it's playing 11, that's 203. It's going to play a little bit more on the 5-iron there. Soft in the release. So the concern here with the 5-iron is if we do not make it, then we're going to be well short and off the false front here. So we got to make sure to get literally everything on this. $101. If that's not good, then I don't know what to do. I really needed 102. I'm not gonna sit here and try and overpower my 5-iron though. You know, if this wasn't such a fast green and like IRL, I think I would try and putt this, but I think the fact of the matter is we're gonna have to play. Oh, it's soft, but then it's very fast, but it's uphill. Something like here. Too high. Or not! That's a dunk. Hey, what's going on, Shotzi? Yeah, little gunship? Little gunship action? Oh, that's big. All right. Gotta keep the nerves in check. You get the big shots, but like I said, like it's such a long grind. There's so much that could happen that, like, yes, we gotta celebrate those small victories, but it's like it's hole 4, head down. You got 68 to play. Okay. 7-iron with this wind, I think we're honestly flirting with death. But if you're long here, like you're taking a 6-iron, I think you have to be up top, right? Like you gotta have this putt or be on the back. Like get on this and not roll down and have some sort of a putt. So let's see what 6-iron looks like. 196. You're playing at least 192. I'm not losing 10 yards from this though, but it's pretty flat in 13, so I don't know, it's pretty close to the 10. And that would just be pin high landing. So if I give it like just a touch, maybe with the softs. I know it's fast, but like I don't know, they've gotta essentially have to play all the variables out here and just take your chance. Hit it a bit fast, but maybe okay. No, just the wind didn't quite. I mean, fast goes a little bit hard there, but the wind just didn't quite take what I'm expecting it to. Okay, but we have a chance. Give it a little bit of a chance to roll here. Soft greens. Okay. Flare's a little bit right, but green wants to go left. So now you've got to consider the way that this is going to roll on the green. It's not bad. I'm like a fraction of power off there. That's such a hard hole though. That's such a hard hole. In the video game as well as real life, like that hole is always just incredibly challenging. 172. See, I feel like you can take a 9-iron back here. Right? Because, like, naturally, you're into the 170s. You're getting a good tailwind, downhill, downwind. Like, 9-iron full backspin. I'm going to give it just, like, a little bit of loft, too. I hit it slow. I like over pushed it and slow, but like you can see there, that's the distance. Just didn't commit to the shot. I like kind of backed out of it a little bit. All right, we're hitting into a downslope though, so I'm gonna play this on the cautionary side and like you're gonna get it to try and start a little early here. Shotzi! Thank you very much for choosing to use your Prime sub here. Thank you very much for 3 months. I hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay, so... yeah, I think this and then let the green bring it back to the right. A little bit too far to the right. Not bad though. Like I still feel like we're hitting some of these shots pretty well. Just enough off. Just enough off. But these are like, everything's a tough hole, but these are tough holes. Like, the holes themselves are just the pin locations. Hopefully we can take advantage, you know, steal a stroke here or there, make it, you know, take advantage of the par fives. I know the par fives tend to have some scoring capabilities. You know, we took a birdie on the first par five already. All right, uphill. We're looking at like pin high landing. Full backspin and like a touch of loft, I think, could do the trick. And then you just have to make sure you play for the wind properly here. Leave it a little slow. But I think it's uphill from here, which, like, finding the uphill putt should, in theory, be putting us at an advantage most of the time. Had me a little bit scared for a moment there. Had me a little bit scared for a moment there, the way it was starting to drift. Okay, par 5, this one's big up the hill, but if we can get enough carry here at the start, give ourselves an opportunity on the approach shot. Baby fast, we will absolutely take it. Just full send the bunker. Ride that little bit of tailwind. All right, now's where the magic has to happen. Front pin. So you're really not looking, like, I don't think we can really go, like, ultra aggressive with it. Now, this slope does concern me a little bit. 12 yards is going to be 184. And then we're on an uphill lie with wind now. If you're really trusting of your 6-iron here, like, we could put full backspin on it. But I'm not that trusting of it. You know? I'm not that trusting of it. I think we could be quite close. Hey, what's going on, Scotty? Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the luck. How was the stream? Welcome on in, everybody from Scotty's. We're playing round 1 right now. 4 under through 7. We got an opportunity here to hopefully find a score on the par 5. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 194. So 5-iron, 194. The uphill. Full backspin, and then I think you can play a little bit of loft to make it safer on the approach. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to make sure that we have enough loft to clear this hill. That's okay. I know we're going to have the downhill putt from here. I could not commit to more loft. What we had probably would have been better. Maybe would have been able to catch a roll down. Now, we do have to be mindful here because, like, this is pretty downhill. And I have no idea how downhill, so got to make sure that we can just get it into that flat. So I think I'm going to play it back here. And hopefully that is cautious enough. Cautious enough. All right, something like this. That went a little bit more left than I was hoping for. Line's decent, gonna hold left, but that's really great pace. Like, that's about as perfect of a lag putt as we can get with a putt that's that downhill with a false front. So we'll take the bird. We'll call it good. We'll move along. All right, come on. Let's finish off the front 9. Something good. I hit a straight fastball, so yeah, that's not great. We have a look out of the pine straw though, so it's salvageable. Like, yes, we have uphill, but if we can get something with momentum like here, maybe we can roll it to the back and have it stop. Man, that was a bad shot. I got a little bit carried away. All right, 7-iron. I think 7-iron's gonna be the play. And it's gonna go out right, want to come back left, but it's also a like shorter shot, so I don't think it's gonna turn over as much. Soft might screw us though. Yeah, I mean, we just got the low roll. I don't know that I'm ever gonna go 6-iron there because high side 6-iron, we're out the back. So now we just have to make sure we have enough. And we're just trying to, I think, 2-putt this. So moves a little right to left. We kind of lose that partway up. And then it's the big swing at the end. That's short, but like that's all that we need out of that putt. And what's going on, New Age? This is Fruitland Farms 24. So this is a bit of a greatest hits tribute to Augusta. So we got a bit of the modern track, a bit of some of the old changes that have been done over the years. if we go 3-wood, I guess let's think about this. I think 3-wood is safe because I think if we go driver, we're going to end up probably bounding our way down into that bunker. Maybe D-loft. Alright, just gotta make sure this thing gets out to the right. Nice. I know we're gonna get a kick here, but I think it should be on the ground long enough that that bunker doesn't come into play. Perfect. So it's not a full replica, so it's a bit of Augusta, like modern Augusta, but it's also bits of different iterations of it over the years, so you kind of get a combination of old and new on the different holes. So if we've got 13, it's not going to quite play 13, but it's probably going to play a bit. I know the downhill, like, we could go long here. I don't want to end up too short. Cutting back, that distance looks quite nice. Now just sit, don't roll off, just sit. We'll take it. Little bit of work left, but I'm glad I didn't make too many more adjustments there. Yeah, this starts to turn pretty quick, right? So if we're just trying to feel out how this putt's gonna go, you're gonna hit it, it's gonna carry, but we're gonna be turning. Okay, grab one on 10. All right. Now we start to say a little prayer. All right, only 102, but I am trying to steal a little bit of distance here off the tee into this headwind. .224. We cannot be left. We cannot be left. Center green, let it feed, sure. We cannot be left. So 4-iron here. We've got 230 downhill lie, so it should cut pretty well. 10 mile an hour. 230. I think it's gonna land in here, but I think this should be okay. Now this fire's right. We're hitting right. Wind a little left. I think so long as we leave it in a way where it could feed back. Okay, yeah, baby slow. That's the brain just staying out of the water. Don't think we're gonna get a kick left from here, though. Yeah, most unfortunate. Here, I'll give you the song. This is Brooklyn by The Midnight. I don't have a fancy way to. I wish I did, but I don't have a fancy way to hook up. Maybe there's a way, but I haven't found it. Okay, so if we do this, land it like 20, probably back closer to 18. Now you're good. You're good, TFR. You're good. It is on me to dictate how I respond to things, so you're all good. So we wanted. It's a little low. Also a little bit short. Still managed to underhit that somehow. But this hole is always very, very difficult, and I don't think I could have convinced myself to hit hybrid there. Okay, I mean, it's just like it's one of those just chip away at it. Chip away at it, chip away at it, chip away at it. All right, let's hope for no swirling winds here, right? 168 wind here playing to be a little bit long. I'm gonna just give just a touch on the loft here. %, in slow. Fortunately, it's enough to get onto the green. Fortunately, it's enough to get onto the green, but if I wouldn't be lying if I said that this hole even virtually terrifies me. You know, you're playing through nerves in the majors. You're definitely playing through nerves when you've got water in play. All right. It seems to be like a steady breaker here. And then slow down at the top. What a putt. Come on, man. Come on. All right. 12 was the only hole where you were afraid of the water? I was afraid on 11. Just because I know that you can roll it down in. I know that like 14 or 15, like you have it out the back. Hey, what's going on, Wizard? Okay, so do you try and play like a big sling? Do you play 3-wood off the tee? 3-wood... You've got a lot left. There is obviously risk here, but there's also reward. Trust you must. Trust you must. Gotta believe that you can keep doing what you've been doing. Because if you can't trust that, then I don't know what you can... I don't know what you can rely on. Now, this is a huge lie, but it gives us the opportunity to take a 6-iron in, so... You've got slope, you've got uphill, you've got wind in. Like, this is the makings of running a 6-iron in nicely now. Think this is okay. Come on, come back right. Because I definitely missed that left of where I wanted to. That's playable. That's playable. I hit it a little bit fast, but more importantly, I think I hit it a little bit left side. Constant right side push. Yeah, I have a like 95% right side push, but we've been hitting a little bit more straight and left on occasion here. I'm trying to like really work at it, really try and correct it. All right, full off, full backspin. I gotta make sure that you got a little bit of roll on this. Downhill. Trying to think where we want to land it, like here. It's down. And then pretty steep lie. It's a pretty short shot. Still a little bit right, but also short. I mean, I'm trying to let it go, but also you don't want to lose it too much. So we're missing the eagle opportunities, but tap in birdies, like you have to take them. You have to take them. That's the okay. So we did that shot once earlier. We have a view of the green, which is good. But like we did that shot once earlier, and we've done a couple on the fast line. Every once in a while, just shorten the swing and get a little bit jerky with it. Definitely makes it tough on you. 126. Bit of wind. It's tough because the gap wedge doesn't quite get there. But like this is, if we get high rolled, pitching wedge is out the back. If we get low rolled, I mean, 90 is 38 with wind, so like I know the idea is to stay out of the pie and straw. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, what's the like I think it's better to be long, yeah? So let's go pitching wedge, maybe a little bit of shape. Fire to the right. Something like here. Oh, come on. We're going to get the lowest of low rolls? Bro. There's like a 90% chance success rate there, and we get as low as you can go. Okay, so you can go. This would land about pin high. Maybe we want a little bit of release, but then like play it a little bit shorter. So like it takes the hop and gets up there, and then you just want to be left and let it ride left to right. Of course we hit it perfect. All right. Well, guess that was a mistake. But we got low rolled, and then that just took all of the momentum sideways. So I try and leave it in a way where we can roll it up, and instead I should have just taken the par and put the brakes on it. So we've got a little bit of movement at the end. We got a bit of movement at the start. Up the hill. That's a save. It's a save, like. Be a 5'2". Hey, thank you, Link, sir. Appreciate it, man. Okay, we get away with it here, albeit there is now a tree in the way, but whatever this fast tee shot is that we've got going on, it's not good. It's really not good. And with this wind, like, this is going to be awkward. May not make the cut, gonna be tough. Yeah, we gotta get a few more strokes here or else we're putting a lot of pressure on round 2. Like, we're playing pretty well, but I'm definitely taking a few too many pars in the grand scheme of things. Wow. That wind just didn't even knock it down enough. It's right into the light rough. Where's the tree, though? Oh, it's not in the light rough and not in the tree. Okay. I had to play around that tree on the approach shot, so. Now I'm gonna not make the same mistake we just made. I'm not gonna make the same mistake we just made. Brakes are fully on. Full off, full backspin. Now this is gonna play, and it's gonna take the bounce and then still release, so I'm gonna play like a similar shot to the last, but fully brakes on. That's pretty good. Yeah, I didn't get that right enough, but like I was mostly just trying to get it in a spot where we can just finish off the putt. Okay. So that's a birdie on every par 5. Obviously, like, yes, you wanna take eagles on these par 5s. Yeah, we've missed shots. Oh, we're playing a second. Is this an old thing? Did they actually used to play 2 greens here? I'm only familiar with this 16th green. That's neat. Because this is normally like a grandstand, right? I didn't know that they used to dual green this. It's like that last season? Well, apparently I didn't notice. Like, okay. The wind is swirling a little bit. Just the added Augusta touch, you know? 166. Just a touch of loft. And spin here. Oh, whoa, stop it! If Tiger didn't eagle par 5s, it was a disappointment. I mean, I'm old enough to remember those years. I'm not necessarily remembering. I don't think I was watching all of the tournaments when I was that age, but I do remember being that age. All right. Yeah, wind is look at how much that's turning. Like, that's a completely different shot. Like, that's a pitching wedge. Ay. I mean, at least, like, the wind speed is consistent here, but... Freaking... I guess you just wait it out? Like, this is where the caddy and the player just, like, back and forth between their club selection. Oh my gosh. I can't. I can't. It's like every time I go to swing, it turns. Every time I go to swing, it turns. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's just taunting me. It's just taunting me. All right, I underhit it, but you know what? Just bite and I'll be happy. Yeah, screw you, hole. Screw you. You think you can spit on me? You think you can spit on me? Freaking. That was a combination of patience and luck, that bird. I tell you what, that was a combination of patience and luck. As long as that doesn't go in the rough. I'm like trying to steal distance here, but you know, go for the overpower with the tailwind, like just full send it. Because I mean, now look at it. We have a pitching wedge pitch here, which from what we've seen in our play throughout is like you can definitely get that to bite. But what we have to do here is make sure that we play it enough to the right, because that was one thing that we didn't do earlier. Now, this one's on a worse lie. Come on, Colby. That's a mistake you can't afford to make. That's distance and a half. Shame that. Okay. Now we have to hit a shot that I really don't want to have to hit. Now you have to hit like a partial flop shot here. That's a heck of a recovery. It just sucks because, like, you need to have opportunities at birdies. Like, I think in order to play well on these sorts of tournaments, right, whether it be the Masters or any major, you have to have like a really strong recovery game, which we absolutely have had today. But you also need to score. Right? So we've done a little bit of both, but like knowing that on a shot like that, you know, just straight away taking out the birdie possibility is a tough pill to swallow. But we have one last opportunity here, so let's try and get after it. You almost want to spin it back. Like, that front is tough. You just can't go high. You just absolutely cannot go high side here. And we're definitely not getting 8 yards back off of this. So gotta go gap wedge, and then you're really looking at this of like, what all can I get out of this? And I think just full backspin because it has tailwind, so maybe you can spin it back a bit with the gap wedge, but it's mostly a matter of can I get this shot onto the shelf to then have a putt? It's soft. Got a little bit higher, but that spin is enough. Now just don't go off the green. Like, is there enough green to slow it down, or was that too high? That's too high. Dang. So, I mean, just a miscalculation there in that the wind actually does end up, even though it's that much uphill, it does just take it too high. I think if you get lower on that red slope, it brings it back quite nicely. You leave it with a putt, but unfortunately, that's just what we're dealing with here. All right, so I'm gonna try and bounce it to like there. So 80% on this. We're almost at 20 yards, so something like here. A little high. That's okay. I mean, we get the high roll, right? It's a game of averages and... Okay. 10 birdies. A lot of good recovery shots. You know, it's not like the big miraculous round that one might hope for, but I think 10 under is a solid effort. Got to clean up a few of those shots. And then all of a sudden, maybe we're flirting with 12, 13, and, you know, we're sitting there on the outside. But 10 under through 1 is a solid start to the tournament. Gonna have to replicate it here going into round 2 to make a cut and get some playing time on the weekend.